Welcome to our instructional disc golf series. If you're ready to take that next step, you've come to the right place. Before we get started on any techniques, I just want to put it out there, there's no substitute for time. Every technique we work on in this series, it's going to require you getting some reps in the field, taking that skill to the course, and putting in the time to have an effective use of those new techniques. Good luck, and it's going to be fun.
Hello and welcome back, everyone, to the 5th annual Kinston Open supported by Innova. Throw your best. We are very excited to bring you the second round front nine coverage after a torching start by Anselmo, starting with a -15 in the round one. Thank you again to Crom Transmission and Automotive Specialist, as well as Scorpion Disc Golf, and of course, Innova Disc Golf, who's the presenting sponsor, for helping us bring this awesome coverage of round two, front nine. We're back at the golf course. We have Jamie Kiep. Welcome to GMT, Jamie. And do you have anything to say before we get started here?
Yeah. I'm psyched. I very appreciate you having me. I love the opportunity to get on and have a little fun. And double A out there with the -15. And I had a great time, and it was a good battle. I can't wait to look and get into this.
On this lead card, we have White Stephenson, we have Jamie Kiep, we have Anselmo, and we have Matt Thompson. All these guys can throw pretty far, and that's exactly what you're going to need on this type of course. Here you go, hole one. What were your thoughts on hole one, Jamie?
So hole one, it really looked like they tried to give you tunnel vision in front of you, and I couldn't help but see a big anhyzer. You can see double A, Anselmo. He just looks, he pipes a sidearm all day and night. I believe that's his Raivis. He throws a sidearm virtually 100% of the time, and he just, took 2/3 of the fairway off right there down the gap. The majority of the people are looking there, but the only thing I really saw was this anhyzer line right here.
It's so funny because I practiced this course right before the tournament started. I did not see this line, and everybody took this line. And it's a solid line. What are you going to be taking here? Because I'm going to be guessing you're throwing mostly all MVP, right?
Yeah, I love me some MVP. I'm almost close to a real full bag. Right here, I have my blue Metal Flake Jamie Kiep Emperor. It's gotten real flippy, and we've actually had a good touch of left to right wind. So it really helped shove that shot over towards the basket there, and really made me cut off 450 to 475 from that shot.
A very good throw there and a good start. How familiar are you with the Kinston Open? Was this your first time here?
Yes, this was my first time. It just happened to be some opening I had in my work schedule. I saw the added cash amount, and who doesn't love playing disc golf for money? So I decided to put that on the calendar. My dad had actually just been diagnosed with cancer, so he made the trip from Florida, and we kind of made a guy's trip out of it just to get back together and start bonding a little bit, and it was an incredible time.
Wow, what a backstory there, and I hope he's doing all right.
He's solid. So I believe this is a heart from Anthony, and the difficulty in this shot is tremendous. He is trying to put so much effort into that shot, and it's crazy what he can do with a sidearm, but I am a massive fan.
Yeah, I mean, from the first round coverage, and we had a little bit of interview. If you watched it, make sure you check it out if you haven't already. We saw a 1065 round from him. I mean, that was just incredible stuff. All these other guys are really good. We have Matt Thompson, who shot a 1050 round. Jamie, you shot a 1035 round, and then Whit Stephenson shot also a 1035, -11s, which are really good out here.
Yeah, all good scores. That was an electron entropy there from MVP. You just saw me that really helped grab these fast golf greens. Double A knocking in a nice little circle's edge putt there. The kid's just an animal. He's going to be doing some big things. Knocking a little circles I don't know, 26 footer for me there. I put with the EV7 Yin, a soft, medium Yin. EV7 is my putter sponsor. Incredible folks. And yeah, the Yin's an incredible putter. Hopefully you'll get to see that a little bit here in this coverage.
So a couple good birdies by these gentlemen. I really like hole one. I mean, it's not a bonus, but that upshot makes it a little more difficult. If you're not ready, you're not going to get it.
Yeah. It makes you feel like you want to get it. It's got a 50% birdie rate for that reason. The second hole, however, is you can pick your poison on this one. You can get aggressive and skip off of that big OB golf green, which is what AA does. Or you could play it long, but there is a massive golf green that this basket sits just on the edge of, and it's also on a little drop off. So it makes it a little tricky.
I love this hole. It's very pleasing to the eye. It's risky. You got that interesting tee sign on the left of that gentleman there with the toasted bread. What are you going to be throwing here? You got to be licking your chops on a hole like this.
I am a fast driver throwing machine, and that is a lab second neutron dimension. It's 14 and a half, but it's a lot more fun if I say 15 speed. Thanks to Matt Dollar for giving that to me, by the way. But yeah, that thing skips when it hits the ground.
Ah, another MVP star, Matt Dollar. Do you take some of your game after him? How well do you know him?
I have played with Matt Dollar off and on for the past 10 years. When I picked MVP up a few years ago, the discs, that is, he gave me a few boxes of them, or a box of them, and oh, I was a little sad I left that pro a little short. I guess I didn't account for the fact that it was sitting above my head. He gave me a box of MVP discs, and yeah, it gave me a good start, so I'm really thankful for that.
Well, speaking of good start, I know you missed out on the opportunity for the birdie, but these guys just got 2 star frames in a row, basically. Well done by Matt Thompson and Whit Stephenson. And here we go. Anthony Anselmo is going to be cleaning up. After shooting 15 down, I don't expect him to miss these little cleanups. I mean, what an absolute round he had yesterday. You must have caught wind about that 1065 round.
I watched it, and I knew that if it was going to be like that going forward, I had some work to do. But that last hole had a 25% bogey rate, so that golf green got a lot of people, I'm assuming.
Yeah, absolutely. And look at this hole. This is a par 4, 642-foot hole. This is hole 3. This is a gorgeous hole with OB on the left, no OB on the right, and we kind of just learned about this new hyzer line that people are going to be taking. And for Anthony, it's going to be a 4-hand line, very open. That was not there yesterday. Most of these folks did not know about that line there yesterday.
What did they do something to it? Because in my pre-tournament practice and notes, I didn't even look that way. I threw a big roller on the left-hand side, and I even did that in the first round, and it worked out plenty fine. It was the farthest drive of my group. But then I saw people throwing to the right, and I was like, Jamie, what are you doing? So, of course, here I am on the second round taking this Neutron Octane, and I'm just going to pump it up the right side hyzer gap, because that's what smart people do, is throw it where there's no trees.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everyone's probably most comfortable with that hyzer, and to not have to do a tunnel shot, that's really not going to give you that much space. I mean, obviously, we're going to choose that open airspace to the right, and you threw it super good here. What are you throwing?
That's a Simon Tesla. I think he's got like a hummingbird on that thing. It's got a ton of glide. It's overstable. It's got a little more glide than I'm used to, because I'm used to a really, really fast disc that gets to the ground quickly. But yeah, I am loving that Tesla.
It was a really good throw, and these guys are making this hole look really easy. Here's Whit. Let's see if he can get up there. Stevenson. He's actually going to be hyzering out a little too early.
Yeah, these guys they're getting younger and younger, Raivis. I'm 36 now, and I feel like they need an MP 35 for your boy over here, because I'm having to do a lot of stretching to keep up.
We all went through that. Don't worry. Us MP 40-year-olds thought about this MP 35 division many, many years ago. And yeah, it's evident that there almost needs to be something before MP40 to differentiate between MPO, which is really just a younger crowd,
Yeah,
and because it's just so hard to compete with them when they're throwing 500 feet. Meanwhile, you're just trying to reach 400.
that's right. You saw a very uncommon error there from Double A. I think he actually slipped a little bit in that pine straw, made him throw that harp a little bit nose up. That's definitely not his norm.
No, averaging 3.7. You guys are making this hole look way tougher than it needs to be.
Agreed. From what I've seen so far, yes.
You are the
All
only
right,
birdie. Yeah,
let's go.
so everybody got the birdie on the previous hole. Nobody got the birdie on this hole except for you. That's got to feel good.
It does feel good knowing that I'm out of range. I am not in my hometown. I know I am surrounded by local North Carolina folks. I need to play if I'm going to have a chance to win. So if I can take an advantage and get a stroke where I can, I'm going to do it.
All right, tell us more about hole 4.
Hole 4 is 681 feet. Not the hardest of holes. In my notes, I have written that it's just bomber hole. Get as much as you can out of the gap, and then play some sort of very safe approach shot, something that sticks the green. So I'm throwing my blue Emperor here. I have some octanes that I really have for this position and some teleports, but I am beating them in still. But this Jamie Kiep Emperor that I've had for 5 years now just goes places.
Yeah, that was a smash. You made the cameraman turn around, and I know that's one of your goals out there.
Said it too. I said it when I threw it.
For the people that might not know who you are, tell us a little bit more. When did you start disc golf? How did you get involved?
Oh man, I've been playing disc golf for I think 13 years. I live in Southwest Georgia on my farm with my family, my beautiful family. We've got 6 of us and 60 or 70 animals. And yeah, a gentleman introduced me to disc golf that worked with me at Publix at the time. I was a manager, and I said, you know what, I'll go out there with you and we'll see what it's about. And I always made fun of him because I thought it was just the dumbest thing. And the first disc I ever threw was an Innova Champion Ape. And we had massive right to left, probably sustained 30-mile winds. It was an open field at a college soccer field. And I released that ape so high in the sky, I just nosed up that thing, and the wind took it over the pines, never to be seen by human eyes again. And I was hooked ever since that day.
Even though you lost the disc, you were hooked. I love that.
Yes, even though I lost the disc.
That's
Oh,
a true disc golf fanatic there, and of course it had to be an Innova disc. Throw your best, as they say. Let's see how these people throw their shots and approaches on hole 4. That was a great backstory. Thanks a lot for that.
not a problem. Double A absolutely stuck his, which is not a shocker. Whit puts one in there within the circle. It's always good to have an inside the circle putt on an open golf course like this. The closer you are, the less that wind's got an effect on you. I am just chipping up this really beat in electron entropy. And if I'm within 200 feet and there's not a lot of danger, I will try and throw it in.
Yeah, I could tell that you really appreciate the high to like low angle so that you don't skip. Now, my question is, what happens in the woods when you have tighter woods? I mean, you can't get away with that as much, right?
Oh, no, you cannot get away with that, but it usually doesn't change my game plan. So in this tournament, I'm actually playing with 2 fractures in my spine. As we watch Double A, let's see if he does what he usually does and just puts one right in. I mean, who's shocked by that?
Yeah, no, we had a
Um,
couple birdies. I mean, this hole averaged 3.6, so one of the easier holes for sure for you guys.
yeah, but yeah, I've had two fractures in my spine for quite a while, and I took a couple years off, rehabbed that, lost a little bit of weight, that helped a good bit, and now I throw not as much overstable stuff per se. I try to throw flippier stuff, be smooth with it, and that's what helps me out in the woods. To keep a long story short, but I still love my fast discs.
Well, you're gonna need to be smooth for hole 5 here because this is a par 5, 900 feet. This is an absolute beast of a hole. There's OB on the left-hand side. There's OB on the right-hand side. You can see the drone even has to navigate through some tunnels here.
Like, where am I going?
Yeah, right? And then you're going to be approaching a raised basket. I think this is the signature hole in a way.
It is a monster hole, and the first shot is pretty much the same for everybody. You're going to throw a large stock hyzer between 350 and 450, get in bounds. Hopefully you have a gap. That is my lab second dimension, and that's just something I'm ripping over out of bounds and knowing it's going to come to the left. I think double A is naturally snatching on that rive there. And once you get positioned in that landing zone, which you'll see most of us are in, you see that they wanted to borrow my towel there. I came prepared from South Georgia. Once you hit that landing zone, you can choose a couple different lanes. One of them can be more dangerous with a roller over OB, which I've done, or you can do through the trees. We'll have to see what these guys pick, but I know what my choices were.
Yeah, we actually saw Blake Poland in round 1 try the roller, and he didn't make it. Unfortunately,
Oh, no.
yeah, you'll have to watch that coverage if you haven't seen it. We have some great coverage, and who knows, he might even make it into round 3. He's playing really good right now in round 2. Anthony's got to slow down there.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, he's not playing as great as he did the first round. He's a little off this round.
As you say that, I know this, and I'm licking my chops because anytime I can get a step on double A, I need to press that gas pedal and go fast. And I just threw that signature Frankie River right into that tree there. To be honest with you, it was somebody that screamed on the hole behind me, so I can say it wasn't my fault technically.
No. You can see Matt's kind of avoiding the out of bounds with a nice forehand there, getting the memo. Man, yeah, going back to Anthony Anselmo, I just think, his putt, we already seen him miss one putt. Wow, what are you doing here? This is a super aggressive,
Away,
Jamie.
son. A roller coming in hot, boy.
That was aggressive as heck.
I mean, if you see double A go out of bounds and then you hit a tree on your second shot, you had better do something because double A is not going to give you no room to wiggle.
So is he like the man to beat for this tournament? Was there anybody else?
Well, there's not many people that you see after round 1 drop a 15 under par on your head, and then you're just like, okay, this is how the weekend's going to go. That's who we're all going to chase.
It's a good point. Yeah. And I played against Anthony Anselmo, and he shot like 1020s, but 1066 was incredible stuff.
Bonkers.
And again, you guys were shooting 1035, only, 3 strokes off. Going for it. Ooh, I love that.
Looked good, didn't it?
It looked really good.
Gosh, I just love, when I play disc golf, I'm playing smart golf. Oh no, Whit. I think, yeah. Oh goodness, it's a bad hole for Whit. I try to have the most fun, but at the same time play smart golf. But I mean, if I'm within 80 feet, I feel like I should at least be hitting metal. That was kind of high, to be honest. But hey, who's perfect?
I'm surprised Whit missed a few putts there on a raised basket. Coming from Vermont, he should be used to some of those raised elements.
That's on the bucket list, to take the wife up there to Smuggler's Notch.
Oh, you should absolutely. One of the best venues in the world. And they got 2 of them, plus that amazing pro shop.
It's on the bucket list. A lot of DGPT events this year in my foreseeable future, so we'll see if I get the invite. This hole right here, in practice in this hole, I eagled it both times, but at the same time, I knew it was going to be a tough hole. It was just begging for you to do something really dumb at any given point. But yeah, it's a great design hole. You can pick your poison. I have a delirium here. Last round. Can you see that? Can you see
it was. Hey, you're the one who left the shot so low. It wasn't the camera guy.
Oh, I'm saying I couldn't see it from the tee box. We had no idea. So the first round, I went too high. I hit the pine tree, went in the water as AA puts a perfect shot in the fairway. Yeah. So the second round, I said, you know what? Let's just keep it a tad low. I went and got a backup delirium. Wasn't very comfortable for me because it was still kind of sharp, and I threw it too low. I don't recall, but I think it skipped off the water, off of the bulkhead, and stayed in bounds.
Yeah, there's a lot of action there, and for par 5, 823 feet, this is the hole to get the eagle or birdie on if you really want to make a move on Anthony Anselmo. Matt Thompson just took a bogey on hole 4, so he's kind of has to dial the shot in, and unfortunately he didn't. So he's actually kind of struggling a little bit as well after throwing a 13 down the first round.
Yeah, that was pretty surprising knowing the score he put down in the first round and then seeing what he followed up with. But as you can see, my disc did some. I mean, it helps if you throw a speed 15 driver. I mean, it's very beneficial in more ways than one.
Oh my gosh! How about that?
I mean, how much skill do you got to have to throw it through a tree like that?
Was that a 15 speed? Is that the only way it cut through that tree there?
No, that was me making a very poor decision and throwing a very flippy insanity and trying to hyzer flip around the corner, knowing that I'm trying to catch AA. And I got very fortunate.
Well, I will tell you this much. That was super fortunate. We actually saw somebody else get fortunate on round 1, Jake Rice. If you check that coverage out, you'll see what happened there. And Matt Thompson's going to be throwing a forehand here after Whit threw one of the most beautiful forehands I think I've ever seen on this hole.
Yeah, so they were just playing good, smart golf right there. And shots like this, these are shots that people don't like to practice. So for those of you that watch this or watch other coverage in disc golf, if you want to get better, go practice your 250-foot approaches with a low ceiling. Because hopefully you do a better job than I just did. Because I almost went out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a few people mess this shot up. Nathan Queen messed it up first round. Wow.
Oh, no.
See, that's why I don't know why he didn't throw a backhand. I think Whit has a good backhand and a good forehand shot because it didn't look comfortable there.
Oh, but that's all right.
I forgot he made that. Oh, my God.
Who cares if you got a forehand or a backhand as long as you're making 50-footers?
That was the putt of the weekend so far. That was insane because that was from the other side of the island.
Oh, damn. That's pretty good. But yeah, for folks that just want to get better, it may not sound that fun, but if you can perfect your 200 to 250 yard shots, you will improve your game by at least 5 strokes around easy.
And what disc would you say is the best for that slot?
So on this course in particular, I throw the Electron Entropy. It's very overstable. I can depend on it. This one in particular was very beat in, so I can throw it and have it go straight for a little bit. That's a zinger of a putt right there. But the Entropy is a ground sticker. When you're playing on a golf course like this, you got a lot of Bermuda greens, and Bermuda is a really low-growing grass. So you want something that's going to hit the ground and just kind of check up on you. And it looks like Double A is, what's he tapping in here? Just another easy birdie?
Yeah, I mean, he needs it though after not getting the birdie on the previous hole, falling a little back. And now, after having two par fives in a row, both averaging over par, which is kind of surprising because those were the two toughest holes of the day for you, we move on to hole 7 here, which averaged 2.75 and is only 248 feet. For 248 feet, though, this was a tricky, low ceiling hole.
Absolutely. So this hole, for some reason, okay, so if you know me, you know I hate straight shots with slow discs. That is not my game. I can handle a lot of shots with fast discs. So I have recently discovered an MVP uplink that fits this slot. But for a while, I was using this 12-year-old 300 series Prodigy M4. And it is a extreme hyzer flipper to slow flip up and ride to the righter. And it had this hole's number all weekend. But what you did see was a lot of tree kicks out of bounds. Out of bounds is tight on this little small hole, and it makes it tough.
Yeah, I didn't even mention the out of bounds on the left and right. So it's surrounded by OB, making it even more challenging. So I really liked how you threw that shot. And I was going to ask you, are you comfortable throwing those shots? Because on camera, you really looked very comfortable.
I don't do a lot, but when I do practice, I practice the stuff that I don't like. Specifically stuff like that, I will go to my local course and I will just go to a hole and I will throw to a different basket that's 300 feet away with something in a straight line because I know that's what I need to improve on. But after coming back from my back, look at that lie. Is he stuck in the middle of the tree?
He really is.
I can't lie. I think I told him he had to put his foot up in the tree just because I wanted to see him do it.
Whit just made a banger right before, so he might be feeling it. I mean, let's see if he can drill this one in.
It'd be nuts.
Oh my gosh. He might be he's the best putter in North Carolina right now.
I mean, I did tell him to put his foot in the tree, so that'd be a foot fault, but we won't count it. That was beautiful. And Whit was a sport. Whit was just, it didn't matter his score. We were having a great time on our card.
Yeah, it was the first time meeting Whit. I had a pleasure filming him, talking to him, just knowing a little more about him. He's a really good player. He's very young, so he's very talented.
Absolutely. Yeah, I thought he was like missing 7th grade at middle school, but no, we had a good time. And this hole being 248 feet wasn't even birdied by 50% of the field, which is crazy.
That is crazy, but they always say this: the short, straight shots are always harder than they seem, especially for pros that like to throw hard.
Yep. I mean, hard is fast. Fast is fun. That's what I like.
Well, let's see what's going on here. Tell me more about this one.
Oh, we got hole 8, 366. So you got a little low hanging ceiling branch here. You got out of bounds on the right. Doesn't really come into play, but what does is this massive creek here to the left of the basket, probably about 25 feet. And I am throwing my lab second dimension, 15 speed. We're just going to rock this thing. We're going to get a skip off the ground here. And I think it catches it. Oh, that's the one that didn't catch the root. So that one leaves me just short of the creek, which is the only fear on a speed 15. It's going to move off the ground. And I don't know, I had one shot that hit a root and it sent it 50 feet into the sky.
Yeah, it was a little unfortunate. And Anthony Anselmo has this shot dialed. This is like made for his forehand.
Oh,
and
no doubt.
In round one, he actually skipped a little too far. I think this might have been one of his pars. I can't remember. But, you know, he's aiming for his 6th out of 8 birdies. So he's back on track. I say that he was falling off a little bit, but that's only because he was shooting so well the first round.
I mean, how do you shoot 15 under par and then the second round say, well, I guess I'm going to be upset if I don't shoot 17, I guess? Is that a thing? I haven't done it.
No, it's hard to kind of repeat that. And you can't beat yourself up over because I mean special rounds like that are just once in a million, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't. I think I've had one 1060 rated round, um, and that was before I was even sponsored a long time ago. But yeah, that's a lot. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and
Is
pretty
that
good. How
Whit
about
again?
Whit? Yeah, Whit almost just made his third Circle 3 banger. That's insane.
That's nuts. I'd
Yeah.
almost put him in circle four, maybe circle five. I don't think it matters what circle he's in. He's gonna hit some sort of chain.
That would have been averaging 37 feet for Whit. Like, let's be real here.
That's
And
that's an unreal average.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that was pretty insane. And that was 3 holes in a row. But Anthony Anselmo, he's getting his birdie. Matt Thompson's going to be taking his par. Unfortunately, kind of left it early off his tee shot. But that's all right because he is still playing well and still going to be in the mix for a lot of cash. So thanks again to our huge sponsors, Innova, Scorpion Disc Golf. Obviously, we couldn't have done this tournament without you guys. And the $3,000 out of cash is always nice, blinging in your face. So hole 9 is a par 4, over 600 feet, dogleg to the left, and then kind of finishes straight. It's a weird approach, and averages a little harder than most of the par 4s just because of all the trees in the middle. What do you think of this one, James?
Yeah. So this hole sat weird to me. I don't know. I have my lab second dimension. I just never could get over on it enough. I don't know if I didn't trust the sidewalk or if it was going to move. Surely it wasn't, but it just didn't set up to my eye. Essentially, you want to throw something 350 to 400 feet that penetrates and goes left.
Yeah, and the only thing you can't do is what Nathan Queen did, and that was he went OB and just flattened out on the sidewalk there, and he never
Oh,
landed
no.
back in. Yeah, so obviously Anthony Anselmo is not going to be doing that. He is taking something a little more stable. I think that was his Rive again. He's been cranking on that one.
He throws that a lot. And I have got to say, since you mentioned Scorpion discs, I have been seeing that a lot. And that is the coolest thing that I've gotten at a tournament. You know, we don't get things in MPO. You know, you sign up for a tournament and say, hey, I'm checking in. My name's Jamie. And they're like, oh, God, I heard about you. And then they check you in and then you walk away. You don't get anything. But here, I got like this jersey, like the coolest jersey I have ever seen. And I was just like, damn, it's kind of
Yeah.
cool.
And
I
they
like
kind
it.
of and they gave you goodies too, remember? So
Yeah,
um,
they gave me a whole bunch of stuff. And I was like, this is MPO, right? Are you sure you got it?
I was pretty surprised too. For $100 or something like that, you actually get a lot of value on this tournament. You get to play with golf carts. You get a pretty sweet players pack, and then you also have this amazing venue. Like, let's be real, golf courses like this are don't come along that often.
Yes, the venue is great. The carts are even better. Um, and on this hole, that oak tree can be an absolute pain. That oak tree is about 25 feet short of the basket, and it will catch a great shot. And as Double A does, he puts something low and penetrating and gives himself a nice circle edge putt and the riprap down there on the rocks.
So at this moment, you are, I believe, 5 down. Anthony is 6 down. How do you feel like you're playing?
So I am not playing my best, but I know that I'm playing the course now for the fourth time. It's the second round. I had two practice rounds. I know that my high speed drivers can really cook on this course, as my teenage daughter would say. And you know, that one was there like a 150-foot chip shot. So I just threw up my limit, parked it for a birdie. And I'm really just trying to mentally stay in distance of Double A here because Anthony is going to continue to do what 1030 rated players do, and
Mm.
that is take control of the course, make most of your circle one putts, which he's had most every slow mo other than Whit. And my gosh, is it smooth.
It is
Um,
smooth.
I'm just trying to stay within striking distance. I don't want to let him get too far, but at the same time, I'm trying to make sure I have the most fun.
Well, I love that attitude, man. And it looks like you're having fun out there. I mean, I see you laughing, I see you making jokes, and that was just a really good front nine for you, I feel like. And like you said, it's all about that momentum. And if you can keep that going into the back nine, you're going to do just great. And we'll see you on the lead card for round three for sure. So, any thoughts going into the back nine?
The back nine is where you can get a good amount of your birdies, and people start to get tired on a long course like this. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what it has in store.
Jamie Keep, thank you so much for being here. And
Yes, sir.
thanks again to all of our sponsors. We have Innova, Scorpion Disc Golf, Crom Transmission, all of the awesome hole sponsors that supported this tournament. Thank you so much. And again, throw your best out there. Huge thanks to Innova, and huge thanks to anyone that made this possible. I know you, Devin Grady, you did a lot for this tournament. I know your brother did a lot for this tournament. And we just want to thank you. And thanks again to our cameraman, Bobcat. We'll catch you on the back nine.
The Chalker from Innova, your 2-in-1 chalk bag and mini marker. It's a chalk clay hybrid sport sack and a PDGA legal mini. The Chalker.